welcome. Today I wanted to talk a little bit about the Fujifilm x100v and its durability, how it's held up since I got it. So I've owned this camera for about 5 months. I think I got it about mid-July or late July, and I've been using it almost every day since. So I'm just gonna say somewhere around 5 months. But I want to talk about this camera and how it's built and how it holds up, because I'm sure a lot of you are, curious to see about the longevity of this camera. So if you don't know by now, this is my favorite camera, the perfect camera for me. I made a video about it last week, and I didn't expect that one to do so well. So thank you guys for the support on that. But yeah, essentially this is my main camera, my everything camera. So I've been using it very extensively, and I feel like I can give somewhat sort of an opinion about its durability by now. This camera is priced very prettily. It is an expensive camera for, not really for what it is. I would say it's worth it for what it is, but it is nonetheless an expensive camera. So whenever you're paying for a premium product or an expensive camera, you'd expect it to last well, or at least do, well in that regard, not be built cheaply, is what I'm trying to say, I guess. It's not built cheaply. If you watch my other video, you'll know that this camera is built very well, very premiumly designed. It has a great weight to it, meaning that it is not, plasticky, it's very metal. I think it has an aluminum framing or something like that, but the build quality of this camera is excellent. Let's talk about tripod mounts, because sometimes tripod mounts can mess up the bottom of your camera. I use this on a tripod a lot whenever I'm filming talking head videos like this, or I'm on the grass filming, training stuff, etc. sports. This does not appear to have any tripod wear on the bottom. I honestly don't see a lot of scratches on the bottom after 5 months of use, and it's held up pretty well, to be honest. Now, let's talk about the edges, because these are my main concern with this camera. If you know in my other video, I said the edges are sharper by design, and I think this has come with a little bit of an issue when it comes to how long this camera holds up. I'm talking about the paint job, because the paint job seems to be chipping a little bit at the edges. Now, I'm very gentle with this camera. I don't, throw it around. I don't hold it very loosely because it's like my baby, you know what I mean? But once it's in my camera bag with all the padding and stuff like that, then I don't care about it as much. Then I'm just a little bit whatever. But that's not to say I don't take care of this camera really well. I feel like I hold this camera very preciously, yet I think this is more of just like a normal wear and tear. There's a little bit of paint chipping at the edges of the top, and I think that's a little normal for the black version at least. I don't think you'll see this problem too much in the silver version, mainly because once the paint chips off, it'll just be silver underneath, you know what I mean? But for the most part, I guess it's to be expected for a camera like this. I can't expect the paint to last forever. That is the first real blemish I've had with this camera after 5 months. I've taken about 5,000 shutter shots with it, so I've been using it extensively. If you use it or are going to use it less than me, you probably won't notice as much wear and tear on this camera. Next up, I want to talk about a little sad accident I had with the manual focus on this camera, because after I bought a new laptop, it accidentally slipped off my desk and collided with this camera. So there's a little indentation on the manual focus of this lens. It's not too bad, but I'll be honest, it hurt me a lot when it happened. But nothing's permanent, so it's okay. So otherwise, if that didn't happen, I wouldn't have any other, marks or indentations on this camera. Unfortunate accident. But if you're really concerned about the paint, I would go with the silver one. I would personally just stick to the black Fujifilm x100v anyways, just because I think the black just looks so modern and so sleek. The silver gives me kind of more of a retro look, you know what I mean? But anyways, that's just to answer the question of if you guys had any concerns with the durability of this camera, if you were thinking about purchasing it or something, just understand it will hold up pretty well. I don't think it's scratch proof like the X Pro 3 or something like that, but I can attest that the durability of this camera is top notch for, what I've put it through. If you're worried about a camera that's gonna break or a cheap feeling camera, this is not it. It's very premium, it's very worth it, yeah. I don't know what else to say. If you like this video, please do like and subscribe because, you know, as always, I will be making a bunch more Fujifilm x100v videos. I love this camera that much. Like and subscribe, and I will see you guys later. Peace.